Hello and welcome to the review of the Power Rangers Super Megaforce action figures. We have Troy and Gia, and I always get a name right now rather than the others. So let's have a look at this. I quite like the packaging of the actual boxes, the basic Super Megaforce symbol, the Gokai symbol, and you'll probably say that quite a few times. So they're both on all boxes. I'm guessing, I don't know if they're on every single one or if it's the logo, because if it's a logo then that is pretty cool. So let's have a look at the packaging. You have Troy as Gokai Red or Super Megaforce Red, and then you have Gia as Super Megaforce Yellow. It says Red Range action figure, Yellow Range action figure, and then it says like, you know, figurine Super Megaforce 15 inches, and then the same again. Product code, which is just there. So that's number 1 in the series, and then that's number 4. So we're missing the others. You've got Super Megaforce Red here and here, and again the logo, and it's got Bandai. There's nothing really on the sides apart from the symbols. That's on both of them, apart from that one. Okay, yeah, so it's weird. Right, so on the back, it does has like a bio. I miss these on toys. These are really cool. So it says here, natural leader and a martial arts expert. Really, with the focus and discipline that make him a force to be reckoned with, Troy quickly rises to the challenge of becoming the Super Megaforce Red Ranger. Although she is the prettiest and most intelligent girl in school, Gia is not a snob. Really, you put that on the box. Her teammates know that they can count on her with a formidable martial arts skills and tough, confident attitude. Really, that's awesome. Okay, so here again you have, oh, there's some plastic there. You have the Power Rangers Super Megaforce logos here and here. A lovely picture of the Rangers. I really like it, and again some more information. So that's really cool bio. I really like the pictures. They really do stand out. So let's break open this and actually have a look inside. So inside the boxes, they're held in place. If you can see them about there. So they don't fall out. Oh, let's knock them over. So the weapons and all that don't fall out, but sometimes I find that it restricts them. So let's break them open and have a look at them. So here are the figures. They're not too bad. I find them a little bit top heavy. I had spent a little while kind of balancing them so they wouldn't fall over. So we'll move Gia over here. So we'll move Gia there. Here you have Troy in this thing, and you know, I've got to admit, I like the detail on the belt. The belt really draws it in for me. Then you have literally, it's quite articulate to some degree. So you can move out and in, out and in. Move the gun around, so the gun comes apart. Again, the hands don't move, but it just looks like he's holding on to thin air. The sword does come out, so literally it's quite articulate. This is quite like a soft plastic here, which I'm guessing is easy enough to kind of move the legs around, up and down, stress testing it, you know, so it's not going to fall apart. And I like the fact that you can move the boots around a little bit, so you can turn it around, up and down. And again, the arms move there. Now I noticed that these turn, like it's actual hand gauntlets, if you can see. I think to some, no, not even that. I thought the hands moved. Okay, so his head moves around quite well. So it's a nice actual figure for the thing. Now one thing I noticed, like with Gia, it feels like the helmets look exactly the same. Like there's no like different detail from it. On the back, again, they put it in, so you have like the belt buckle type thing. I like it, and again you have more kind of muscle, kind of like molding, and it's kind of upwards. There isn't anything on his sides there. Again, don't think there's anything on Gia, no. So they haven't put the little Gokai symbols on there, which again I'm not really bothered. The helmet looks absolutely fine, and again the legs can bend. Just so it looks like the knee joints are quite cool. You can pose them to some degree. Move them about. It's like, yes, I am the ultimate ruler of the universe. So you can pop his gun. I mean, I didn't really like. I don't know if you can see it. Let's try and bring it. I think that's literally the much that we can get. Now there's a lot of detail on the gun. But for some strange, bizarre reason, they haven't painted it, so I don't know why they didn't. Kind of reminds me of the Fig Arts version. And again, if we look at the blade here, it's a lot of detail. The blade is kind of really like thinly lit, like flimsy. I don't actually have a pen I could actually draw on it. But you can see that they've put a lot of detail in the Gokai Saber. But yeah, it looks kind of like a Fig Arts version. So I'm guessing if you can paint it up, you could probably have it like a Fig Arts. Even like the detail, like the little switch there. So I don't know why they didn't really just paint it. It would have been kind of cool rather than just having the black weapons. So we look at Gia again. She's holding her weapons. Again, I like that. Her skirt here, it feels really weird for some reason, is a soft plastic, and the belt buckle again isn't quite standy outy as say the one on Troy. So it's kind of in proportion. So as I said before, it does look like a female Gokai helmet. Let's just adjust that for you guys. And again, if we take her hands out and stuff like that, again the articulation's quite fun. So the head moves around. Again, like the arms bends and the hands move around. Again, we move to the knees. They are quite stiff to begin with, but you can in time ease them out. Again, the boots move, and there's quite a lot of detail in the figure. So this is quite cool. These are quite nice to have for the collection. I got this from Argos with £10 off, and so I bought 2 for £5 effectively, or I got her for £5, which is quite cool. It's not a lot you can really go into. I mean, even if you look at the helmet, he's got his like finish there, and again the finish on Gia's helmet. If you're just collecting them just for the pose, and if you didn't get the Fig Arts, these aren't really that bad, to be honest, just to have posing, weighting and stuff like that. It's definitely kind of thing. I'd wait until the sale comes in. It just makes things like a lot easier, but as soon as you definitely worth getting it. Definitely have a look. Definitely as soon as the waves come in, I'd pick them up, because from what I've heard, they're very, very hard to get hold of. But I quite like this. I might actually end up collecting it. So far, I've not seen a pink Ranger. I've only seen these guys and also green and blue, but I've not seen a pink Super Megaforce Ranger. So I kind of like it. It's kind of like, hey baby, what you doing? This is Marcos, this is mine. I'm mine. Yeah. Jacob, I'm so pissed off. But yeah, they're kind of cool. Definitely worth having a pickup, and definitely worth having a look later on. So yeah, worth having a go. So tell me guys, what do you think about this? Would you collect them? Are you collecting them? And which ones do you have already, or which ones do you want the most? Let me know down below in the comments. If you've liked this video, like, favorite, comment and subscribe. And as always guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a bit. I kind of forgot to go into a little bit more detail, mainly looking at the chest area on both of them. You can tell the Super Megaforce symbols there, but also the detail on like the gold trim looks kind of cool. The inside silver at the top here, I don't know if you can see it well, but you can tell that, you know, they've really kind of gone into detail rather than just having it all black. Maybe they've got to paint it. Either way, you also have on his hands here, like the kind of like Sentai glove thing. So it's kind of cool. I kind of also wanted to kind of compare it to one of the older figures. So I randomly found this one of my favorite female Rangers, and they kind of like almost have it down to a T, where it's like the right size. Now this is, I think, it's a quite cool figure, but also it's almost the same size like male wise, which I think is really nice. So maybe next year or the year after we'll get one of these figures like the same size, but if you compare it to the female one, it's like little sister. But yeah, as I said, the detail on everything on here is quite amazing, and I like the fact that they've gone on the back. Sometimes they don't bother. They really don't bother, but the articulation's great, even on the dress as well as on the gold trim for Troy. So yeah, very nice figure, very, very, very nice.